Hey there, got another knife unboxing for you today. Let's go ahead and open this up. I'll use Pocketknife. Okay, this is from Knife Center. I ordered this quite a while ago, and it was when they were doing a special where they included one of these little knife maintenance tools with every order over a certain dollar amount. It took a while for it to ship to me because I also ordered a MagnaCut Native 5 at the same time, which was not in stock, and it's still not in stock. But they just decided to send me a partial order event after a while. So I got this knife in today. It is the Caly 3.5 in ZDP 189. This is from Spyderco's Japanese manufacturing facility in Seki City. It's got a great big package of desiccant in there. So ZDP 189 is steel from Hitachi, and it is a super steel. Very high edge retention, very high hardness. I believe Spyderco, with their heat treatment, they end up somewhere around like 67 on the Rockwell scale on ZDP 189. But even though it's technically a stainless steel, it has such high carbon content that it can rust anyway. So in this case, we've actually got a laminated edge that's ZDP 189 in the central core, and then different steel. Let's see, does it even say what it is? 420 on the outer layers. For stain resistance and toughness, because ZDP 189 is hard, but it is not all that tough. So it can chip or even break if it's stressed. And so putting something on the outer layers there that gives it a little more toughness makes some sense. Got a big leaf-shaped blade here, kind of similar to what we see in the Native series or Mannix. Reminds me a little bit of some of the blades that Ed Schempp and Bob Lum have designed for Spyderco, like the sort of leaf-shaped blade in this kukri blade from Schempp. Not the same exactly, but broad, drop point, full flat grind, right? Interesting reflection there. And it just marked Japan, not Seki City. That's interesting. Most Japanese-made knives from Spyderco are marked Seki City. I wonder if maybe this wasn't produced in Seki City. That's certainly where most of their knives are made. Let's see, we've got some paperwork in here. Let's see what it says. The Calypso is one of Spyderco's classic designs that has spawned numerous variations throughout its history. A near-perfect blend of form and function, it clearly reflects our inimitable style while providing an exceptionally handy and capable cutting tool. Considered by many the pinnacle of the Calypso's evolution, the Caly 3.5 with ZDP 189 blade is a slightly larger version of the original 3-inch bladed Calypso Jr. that boasts a premium blade steel and high-tech handle scales. Its leaf-shaped blade is constructed of 3 layers of steel, expertly forge-welded together into a single piece. The core is ultra-high carbon ZDP 189, a Japanese powder metallurgy steel that offers exceptional hardness and edge retention. It is sandwiched between two outer layers of 420J2 stainless steel, which is softer, tougher, and more corrosion resistant. The finished blade is full flat ground for outstanding edge geometry and features a breathtakingly keen plain edge cutting edge. The Caly 3.5's handle features full skeletonized stainless steel liners, capped with handsome solid carbon fiber scales. This structure supports a mid-positioned back lock that locks the blade securely in an open position and is also home to a reversible, deep pocket wire clip that provides right or left side tip-up carry. These carry options complement the back lock and the blade's trademark round hole to make all aspects of the Caly 3.5 and operation completely ambidextrous. The Caly 3.5 ZDP 189 is an amazingly refined cutting tool that is also quintessentially Spyderco. Thanks much, the Spyderco crew. Okay, and we got a little note in here about... Now this note is slightly different than the one that comes with steels that are this has a little bit more, this is a little longer note than what they include with some of the warnings about rust-resistant steels, or steels that are not very rust-resistant. Gives us an additional warning about citrus fruit. All right. These handle scales are totally flat. They're not contoured at all or chamfered. I have heard people complain that they don't love this handle. It's not sharp. I would not say that this is an uncomfortable handle. It fits my hand pretty well. Yeah. So laminated steels are an interesting thing. They can be done, you can use this process of laminating steel for a few different purposes. Here is Spyderco Dragonfly in super blue steel with 420J2 sandwiched on the outer layers. As you can see, that central layer has some pitting on it because it is not stain resistant. The other reason that you might make a laminated steel is just aesthetic. You know, this is a Spyderco Endura with a Damascus blade. It's got a VG10 core. So VG10 offers a sort of standard performance of an Endura, and then they've added Damascus to the outer layers just so that it has an attractive pattern. A lot of Japanese knives feature a laminated blade. These are some knives from M. Custa. You can remember that this is pronounced M. Custa and not Mick Custa because it is a Japanese company, not a Scottish company. So it wouldn't be Mick anything. It's M. Custa. In this case, we have the same thing as that Spyderco Endura. We've got a VG10 core with Damascus sandwiched on the outside so that we get the performance of the VG10 but the look of the Damascus. This is a little different. This one's got an extremely high performance steel. This is SPG2 as the core layer, and then I think VG2 as the outer layer, the outer sandwich, the bread of the sandwich. In this case, it's not merely for appearance, although you do end up with some interesting effects going on here. The way they've finished this edge, it looks almost like a hamon, where the outer layers join the center layer. But that SPG2 powder steel is a high performance steel, but it is hard but not tough. So putting a tougher steel on the outer layers of that sandwich is going to give the blade more resistance to breaking. This is the Amcusta Tactility Elite, and I really like this knife. I have some other knives that are in ZDP 189 steel that are not laminated, all from Spyderco. Spyderco is not the only knife manufacturer to use ZDP 189, but it is pretty uncommon. It's pretty exotic stuff. So here we've got an Endura. This is full flat ground, and it's just ZDP 189. So it is susceptible to chipping, susceptible to rust, pitting. It's very hard. It's going to hold an edge an extremely long time, be very sharp for a very long time. Here's a Delica, same thing, except this one is saber ground. And I think that actually makes more sense for this steel, because the saber grind means that you're going to have the full spine width a little further down the blade, and so you're going to have more strength. So you're less likely to, break the tip off of this or snap the blade in half. But it's going to be, and it is. I've used this as a box opening knife. Full flat grind is a great grind for cutting cardboard boxes. This knife, even with just a saber height flat grind, it is a monster at cutting boxes, even though the grind is not as efficient as it could be on like a standard VG10 full flat grind knife. That ZDP just won't quit, stays sharp, and you can just cut through a mountain of cardboard and still have a sharp edge with this steel. Spyderco even made some of their itty bitty knives in ZDP 189. Here's a man bug. Okay, and as you can see, I keep this oiled. It's got some oil on it right now. All of these have I think they call this British Racing Green. It's just slightly green handles, whereas the Caly 3.5 has carbon fiber and steel liners. Looks like the steel is drilled out a little bit for weight reduction. It's a light knife. It doesn't weigh much. Yeah. So as you can see, there it is between an Endura and a Delica. It's about the same length as an Indela. Actually, it's a little longer than an Indela. There's a quick look at the Caly 3.5 from Spyderco. It's not a full review, right? Just having a little unboxing and discussion of the blade steel here and some size comparisons. All right, like and subscribe if you'd like to see more knife content. Thank you.